Welcome to another edition of the Hoop Scoop. I'm Jarret Johnson, and this time I want to do something a little different. I've been posting a lot of football videos recently, more than basketball, because honestly there's just been more news in terms of the football program than basketball. But that being said, we got some requests. You want some more basketball videos there on some recent videos, and hey man, I'm here to serve. So I thought I'd do something different. Instead of we're always talking about, okay, here's this new guy coming in, here's this hotshot recruit, here's this big time transfer. What about the guys who are actually returning? Which, to be quite honest, it's hard to stay on this roster for year after year. Coach Beard and his staff demand a lot from his players, his student athletes. So there's a lot of turnover on the roster. So if you make it for multiple years at Texas Tech, then that really says something about you. So I thought we do kind of a series here, giving some love to some guys who we believe are returning. As of now, they're returning. This Coach Beard is always going to be aggressive with the roster, which is what I like to say on Inside the Red Raiders, on the board. I am by no means saying that they're done retooling the roster, but I'm going to go over some guys I believe are going to be on the roster next season, and I'm starting with Kyler Edwards, who's going to be a junior. Now, Kyler Edwards is a polarizing player for Texas Tech. As a true freshman, he came off the bench, and he had an up and down true freshman season like a lot of guys do. But he really came on in the tournament, and I remember talking with him in the locker room between those tournament games where he had stepped up, whether it be, even the first weekend against Buffalo, he had a big game, and the whole bench did. And then in the Final Four, and especially in the national championship, he played really well. I believe he knocked down 4 threes. And at one point, he really was keeping Tech in the game with his three-point shooting against Virginia. Just made some big shots, was really clutch on the biggest stage of college basketball there. Fast forward to his sophomore year, and he steps into a new role. Matt Mooney was gone. Jarrett Culver was gone. Tariq, you just go Norris, you go down the line. So many guys they lost. So many important guys, both in terms of big-time players and, big-time leaders. So Kyler was really thrust into a leadership role. And then with Deshaun Corprew leaving the program, I think that really pushed him and Davide Moretti both into leadership positions. And, Kyler, I'm not sure if he's ready for it or not. I know he's respected on the team, but in terms of on the court, he went from a guy receiving passes from like a Culver or a Mooney, guys who were getting doubled and defense was really collapsing on, and getting open shots to where he was having to create a lot of shots for himself, and his shooting percentage suffered. He shot 40% from the field, and I believe a little over 32% from three-point range, and those are not good. It's not good enough. But Kyler started every game. He played hard. He was among the team leaders in scoring. He averaged over 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, 3.1 assists. He was among the leaders in almost every category. So he did things beyond scoring that really helped Tech be in a position to win. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat. I already mentioned his shooting percentage. There was times late in games where I think he shot too much because he was shooting a poor percentage. But you know what? He wasn't afraid to take the big shot. He's elevated his defensive game, and I think he's a big part of the team coming back. There's going to be a lot of talent on the roster, but like I said, Kyler, big time stepped up in the national championship, started all 31 games last year. Kyler Edwards is going to be a big part of the team next year, I think, in terms of leadership. Also, I hope to see him return more to a secondary role, or I want to say like a role where he's not having to create as much. It's more somebody else creating for him and him being able to knock down open shots. That's what I'm hoping for Kyler. Hope he gets his confidence back, and I honestly think he's going to have a bounce back year. I don't know what his stats are going to look like compared to this last year, because I don't know if his usage is going to be the same, because I think the roster is that much better next year, going to be potentially. But I think as far as the eye test, we're all going to think, man, Kyler had a great junior year. He really bounced back from the classic sophomore slump after a really promising freshman year. So I look forward to seeing how Kyler has progressed, how he's developed in this great developmental program at Texas Tech under Coach Beard, and see what he does for his junior campaign. But with that, I want to say thank you for watching, and until next time.